We'd like to use the map to give you an opportunity to become acquainted with Haiti's location. To the north, you'll notice the United States, coming on down to Mexico and Central America, and the northern portion of South America, Colombia, Venezuela. If you come back to the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico, there's a chain of islands that come across and reach over to the eastern edge of Venezuela, creating the boundaries for the Caribbean Sea. The larger islands in this group are known as the Greater Antilles. The smaller islands are known as the Lesser Antilles. Haiti is basically one of the larger islands, somewhat in the center of that chain. Coming in for a closer look, you can see from Miami it really is not very far to Haiti. Just west of Haiti is the island of Cuba. And if you look closely, you'll notice that Haiti is part of the island of Hispaniola. It is on the western, Haiti's on the western part, the eastern part being the Dominican Republic.
It's really kind of
You can tell by some of the other boats.
the boats aren't high enough to make it convenient for a boat and unload. See how high up the dock is? Right, I think we're just low tide. Here's your what I call a
This is the market in St. Mark. One of the markets. Clothing for sale here. Here we are, high on a hill overlooking the city of Port-au-Prince. Just coming into view on the left is the Bay of La Gonâve. The main street that you can see there in Port is Dessalines. It's the main downtown street in Port. There is some smoke from factories and the harbor.
This is the President's Palace.
I am. We are now in the field where Joel, our language teacher, has rented, and his friends are digging to prepare the ground to plant rice. Just close to us is a canal that irrigates the field.
chop the fairly dry ground and build the mounds and put water in, and then go back through several times, and then finally come back and gather up all the grass. What's after? Afraid? Afraid is after?
Yeah, after.
Okay, after that, then these come up here. Okay? But they have to go through, then they plant.
Okay.
Okay?
Hey, let's go and ask. Can you help me? I know.
Ask people something. They hardly see the word, but even they can find anything.
Oh, when you put the plants in, they will be here? They will be above. You'll be able to tell where the plants are. And, okay.
They are good to plant now.
Okay.
This plant.
Jusqu'à ce que la mort nous sépare, selon la suite en l'honneur de Dieu. Sur ce, je te donne mon cœur.
Little group going up the mountain here. Up the mountain? Couple of houses over here. Somebody outside. The church at Gardere, or the area. I don't know where the church is. It's been quite a walk. It's taken so far about an hour. Probably taking another 5-10 minutes to get over there. Gardere area. I assume this is a church building. A little group here. What are you doing here? Washing down along the canal? Lily has to hold on to her thing she's carrying while she goes over the bridge. Hey, we're at the biscuit makers now. He's here working on, I think, the top of a basket.
Tonton Jean Poutre.
Pour son pot faire.
Tonton Jean Poutre.
Moi, connais où elle est Bourrel.
Yes! He already knows you. We
Bourrel.
call you Uncle John Photo, and he says, oh yes, he's from Burrell.
Ah, Miss Lawrence.
Yes,
Miss
yes!
Lawrence.
Très bien, très bien.
Oh, ça
Oui,
c'est
Tonton
bon.
Jean Poutre.
Oui.
Vous connaissez Miss Lois Boyle?
Miss Louis Bourrel, ou kon pou te chay bali. Ou te pou te chay bali.
Yeah.
Nou, so te pou te chay bali. Non, non, yo influence. Ou selman ou habiti nan Bourrel.
Okay.
I might change this for something else, but I'm going to keep this. Okay.
17 ans. Vous voulez me travailler aussi?
They bring water, and the people here at Piat are making an aqueduct to carry the water down the hill. It's really beautiful. You can see the work, the places they're working on for the aqueduct here. Places. And going down through here. There's watercress all around here. It's beautiful. It's planted. Here you can see a little bit of the aqueduct, water going down through here. Coming across, down through beautiful watercress gardens. Très belle ici. All right, the mountain. We'll get some going. Way up to the Citadel. There it is. It's off in the distance. We have about, I would think, a 30-minute walk to get there from here. See if I can bring it up a little closer. Fort overlooking Cape Haitian, where we came in. There was a drawbridge here. This is what it looks like from the inside. Get an idea what it looked like from up here on the palace. Or up on the Citadel. This is the fort. Young man is going to clean out our coconut palm here. He'll climb the tree, cut the loose branches down, and drop down the coconuts as well. It's possible if those coconuts were to fall and hit somebody on the head, kill them. So this provides a service, and he's cleaning out approximately 40 trees here in the compound. He uses a machete to pull himself up. He's up there a good 30 feet. That's a little bit better. Can see how he works there. This all looks simple except the fact that he's up so high. But he's coming down. Near Barrett. There's where the guy is fitting it in. The sugar cane comes out here. They carry it in buckets to the inside of the building where they boil it down for approximately 5 hours to make syrup out of it. They use the crushed cane for the fuel to make their fire go. Puts it in the vat.
Yep, told ya.
Right down inside the furnace. Just getting your fire started here.
Remember.
Fill in the pot for boiling it down. Right now this stuff looks pretty yucky, but it tastes really good. People here still tasting the sugar cane or the syrup. To make white sugar from this, it must be boiled more, refined, probably run through filters. They do not do that here, but take it to be sold at the market directly from here.
as we talked with the field director of Project Health, Rodney Babe, and we're going to ask you to go ahead and introduce your family for us.
My family consists of my wife and 2 daughters, Sharon and Debbie, our youngest, who's 12 years old, and Shelley, our older daughter, who's 14 years old. They both go to Cascais School for the Prince, and we're living at Pierre Cayenne, near the clinic.
One of the most unique experiences that you've had as the daughter of a missionary while here in Haiti.
Well, I like going up to mountain churches, and some of them you have to walk to, and some you can ride a horse, and I just like them like that.
Is the mountain church, I don't want to say nice and quiet like the churches back home, because they vary just as much as the churches here in Haiti, but what is the church service like in the mountains?
Well, they're really active, and they like singing and playing the drums. So
Do you think people watch you and look at your life, both the missionary people as well as the nationals, or one or the other?
well, usually everybody's looking at you and watching the way you're living and the way you act and all.
How you handle certain situations. This is one of the things that I think we feel in our household is noticing the differences of the way family situations are handled. And I think it does, just the daily witness, the choices we make and the reactions we get. We sort of put the kids on a spot here. I don't think too many kids at home get asked the questions we've asked you, and I know I'm not really comfortable having the camera on me, so most of our interviewing is going to be with your parents. So if you'd like to take a little break and get away here, we're going to let you go ahead. Field director, you have quite a few responsibilities relating to Project Health. We might see them differently than you do, and we'd appreciate if you would sort of fill us in how you spend your time, what are your responsibilities as field director, how do you call it?
Jobs, whether it's checking the chickens to see if they're getting fed, or whether it's going to a church someplace and making sure that they're meeting regularly. There's just a lot of little jobs. And I think that is part of the responsibility. Another part of the responsibility, as I view it, is trying to organize the people and having worked together as a unit. That includes both missionary staff as well as the national staff. There's a lot of problem in getting 2 groups to work together occasionally, because we come from totally different cultures, with totally different backgrounds. And it does involve a lot of my time, a lot of efforts, just getting people organized and working together in one direction. To me, I'd say that is the primary responsibility I have. There are other things I have various meetings before the Prince with government officials, a lot of meeting with the church pastors and the people that are in charge in various aspects of our work, regular meetings with the community development people within our mission, the education people within our mission, and the medical committee meets regularly as well. Meeting with these people who are really the nationals primarily, who are in charge of Project Health, just trying to keep them in touch with what we're doing in other areas, as well as having them air problems that might be arising or things they would like to see changed. I kind of act as a sounding board, take this information elsewhere to work with other people or in different committees. I think this is probably the largest part of my work.
Okay. We've heard that both of you like to take walks in the community, but Sharon, we're going to ask you to speak to that. Can you tell us about taking walks in the community and just...
Walking in the community is important. It's even more than that. I think it's vital. You can't really be a witness to the people or get to know them and work with them if you don't understand their culture and how they live and how they cook and how they clean and how their houses run and what they talk about and do. And I learned all of that. A great, big, important part of that exposure is language practice too. There's no way that you can communicate if you don't know the language. And after 2 years, I think I'm just starting to halfway through. Just so that I can carry on a conversation with some meaning for 5 minutes.
Without stopping and thinking, what was that?
So making friends and kind of PR work, but more importantly, getting to know the people, how they live and what their language is all about. One thing I remember here in Pierre Payan, there's a woman that is a sister of one of my friends in Borel. So when I moved here, I went to visit her because she was the sister. It turns out that she's a very heavy woman and her husband is in the States. She's here with 6 children. She's just got a lot of precious problems and everything, and she tends to be sick a lot. When I first came, she was in bed more often than she was out. But after a while, she seemed to be getting pretty good, and she's been going to church regularly now, and here she dropped out of church years ago. It surprised me. I hadn't even asked her to come to church, and maybe I should have, but it just never came up in our conversations.
Right.
We talked about God and other things that have to do with religion, but as far as the building she attended, it hadn't come up.
Right.
And all of a sudden, there she was with all of her little kids all polished and right there. And so I guess you can be...
What do you see as the major needs of Project Help God? What directions, what tasks?
I think the major need of Project Help is to become totally united with a single purpose plan and to implement that plan and then to continue through. We've got 4 different areas we work: the medical, the schools, community development, and church. And we've got to bring all 4 areas together for the common goal of making Christ known to people around us in Haiti. And the idea of organizing the people and bringing them together and helping them to see the need for this one goal and using the various aspects of the ministry to reach that goal, that is the biggest need we have. As far as the needs that others can help us with at the stateside level, prayer is paramount. We're in constant need of prayer. There's a lot of difficult situations that arise daily in this country. We encourage people to come for work teams and for educational visits too, because once people have been here, they understand what it means when we ask for prayers. You're just more informed and better able to pray and better able to share at home in your home churches what exactly we mean when we say we're in need of prayers for one particular situation or another. I think that's primary need is prayer.
Training, if you could encourage anybody in their walk and seeking how to prepare themselves for a field such as this, what are some of the things, or any one thing in particular, that you would lift up as preparation for a field like this?
Well, I think for any field, whether it's the United States or Haiti or anywhere in the world, the need for a total understanding of the Scriptures and a continual growing as you're working. You have to devote a goodly amount of time toward personal growth and understanding of the Scriptures, walking closely with the Lord daily and making an extra effort to learn through His Word what He's trying to say, because so often you'll read personal devotions or Scripture for yourself that day, that one morning, that very same day, you'll get the opportunity to use it with someone else. So it's really a challenge to continue learning and preparing yourself. Me personally, I think there's 3 areas I like to continue my education. One would be language learning, definitely. After 2 years here, I still feel very, very insecure in Creole.
It's not a typical language.
No, it's not. It's a rather simple language to learn, I'm told, but I've not been fortunate enough to realize it, to see how simple it is. I worked hard for what I got. Secondly would be Christian education with children. I wish I would have had a little more background and a little more help in putting things together in child-type literature classes and children's education. The children are probably the easiest people to reach in this country. There are scads of children throughout. And the third area for me personally would be more courses and more background in business administration. I just see my work here as director involves a lot of administrative type tasks. It would really be nice if I had just a little bit more background there. But all in all, I think we're prepared our family very well. And we just thank him for the preparation he's given us. We just look forward to the opportunity to continue to grow and understand better the things he has for us.
That have been thrown your way, and we hope that this will help people back home to see what you feel are the needs here at Project Help, and that we can all be supportive of you and give you as much help as possible.
Here we are at Piat, handing out trees. Right here is a nice area, but there's need for a lot of trees here. And Rodney's planting them out. We have several people digging holes here. Another group are fetching water to water them. Bring approximately 1,000 trees here to the area of Piat, hoping that we'll get some growth. The land here has been extremely eroded because there are not many trees in this area. Trees have been cut down. They use charcoal in this area for cooking, and so the trees have been cut down to make charcoal, and as a result there are no trees and the ground is being eroded. And we were here about a month ago to put a roof on the church. Now, although there are some trees around, this one tree right here was a tree that they did their cooking under. Everybody just sort of huddled under that tree to prepare our lunch. And I'm thinking, maybe 15 years, how nice it will be here if we have more trees. Passing out these trees. Passing out trees almost faster, and they can dig holes for them. Just standing around here with trees. Pity, uncle. The bill in there. What? Oh. They're a church, but they've asked to be affiliated with the Churches of God. And today's service for that affiliation. So we've driven up the mountain to get here. And we're going to go inside.
Nudaco, Nute Pali Avecchio, Antio Quadeja, e Pale su Antio Bagai. Prie de Versi, Misculan Pay Feed, Pinario Easy, Unglemandia, we see in Easy too, who represent a mission, a Ungin Cis Plus Easy, Muna Leglis Puvini, who represent a Leglis. Ungin Day Copy, Yonku Archives, na mission, Yung po l'église pour yo. Offering us last Monday, Kushu Jeff, Kuvini, seemingly too, we provide permission today on the day show. We provide food.
Tem quotidien Bali, parce que vous dites pas au oui, bon, mais c'est un nom qui a pris
Amen. And she's going to tell us a little bit about where she's from and how long she's been here.
I've been in Haiti since December of 1971. During that time, I've worked in many areas. Just now, I'm serving as treasurer of the mission. I'm teaching English in our secondary school here at Borel 4 days a week. And Thursdays, when I don't have any classes here, I've started going to St. Mark to have a Bible study with some of our students, high school students that are attending school in St. Mark. They come from our mountain churches in Gilbert and Laverne. They have their school in the morning. They're through at 1 o'clock, and so about 1:30, 2 o'clock, Thursday afternoons, we meet together for a Bible study.
Okay, how far away is St. Mark?
St. Mark is 20 miles from here. It takes about 50 minutes to get there by car.
Almost an hour to go 20 miles.
Yeah.
That's good.
It depends how the roads are. Right now, the road isn't very good between here and Pont-Sunday, so it takes a little longer.
Okay. So who do you have with you now?
Okay, this is Silne. He's my godchild. He was 4 years old in January. His parents were the janitors of our school here at Borel. He's the 9th child, the last child of the family, and number 9. But both his mother and father haven't been very well, and so they want to go back to their home country, which is Jacmel. It's one of the towns down in the south. So they've gone down there with 7 of their children. He has a sister who's attending school here in Borel, and he doesn't want to. And you might want to remind Rodney that the Pier Plan Church pays Pastor Joseph $30 a month, and that has to come out of the funds from Pier Plan.
So in other words, I'm only putting in this amount.
This amount.
And then he was responsible for putting in that.
That, you see. As we also call it a record. Now in this, we get music enregistré, c'est album, c'est cassette, c'est toujours des converses sur plaque, sur disque. This record. Ça. C'est pas facile pour nous sauter.
From inside the compound, the church is across the road. You can see a horse going by there and people out on the road in general. The parsonage is...
c'est à suivre l'ordre des plats. Tout ça que nous faisons, c'est lui pour nous faire. Et nous joignons que Jésus invite nous non seulement pour nous travailler, mais c'est pour nous apprendre tout. Ça, c'est la deuxième invitation. Il invite nous pour nous travailler, il invite nous pour nous apprendre. Il dit, prenez bonjour sur vous et recevez mes instruments.
Church will be at Piat. We came up for the service today. We brought a few a lava block carried up by hand. You can see the bay in the foreground with Lago Nava across the bay. Here at Piat, they are in the process of building their church. Right now they're meeting in this sort of makeshift building until their church is completed. It took about 45 minutes to run.
Pas content parce qu'il doit bailler, ou besoin qu'il baisse ça, ou besoin qu'il baisse le plus. Pas besoin bailler parce qu'il est pas content. Mais si qu'il est content tout, c'est pour capable bailler ensemble avec la joie. Bon, l'autre verset pour vous, nous allons remettre le verset dans Romains 12, verset 8. Nous allons un verset pour Romains.
Also easy. Good day, being out BCC Day. Pharaoh Bear, yes, walking. Contact you in Viva. Kimu, easy, KRC, Wa, Viva, yes, Wa.
Put together earlier this morning, and the first one's up. You have to get the rest of the trusses up and then put the roofing on.
Bees they bought.
Get an idea of what it looks like here at Piat. The sea here is the Bay of Lago Nava, which opens into the Atlantic Ocean to the north of here. You see they're coming right along on the roof. They have a few strips on the top to put on there, and should be just about complete. They need to get those strips, and someone has gone to pick them up. People around the church looking, just watching them do their work.
Things as we wait for the service to begin.
Are you filming?
You might have to wait a little bit.
Hi, Mom.
Judy and Dan having some quiet meditation under the tree. The parking lot. I wonder if everybody locked their cars. Oh, I mean their vehicles? Yeah, locked their vehicles. Have when the pipe organ is playing. Sunday school is just about over. Just about ready to
churches are just like this one.
Et en pile l'église là-bas, c'est même genre avec l'église ici.
Amen. Same kind of walls and same kind of roofs.
Amen. Même sauter mieux, même chose. L'église.
It's wonderful that we can all be friends in Jesus.
C'est un bagage merveilleux que nous pouvons tous amis dans Jésus-Christ.
I am here to learn from you. Thank you.
On est ici pour nous apprendre en nous-mêmes. Merci beaucoup.
Amen.
Puisque dans Ville c'est un côté qui
We're happy to be with the family of Pastor Lucien this evening. Pastor Lucien is an ordained pastor in Haiti. He works with our churches in Project Help and lives here on the Burrell compound. Pastor Lucien, would you introduce your family for us, please?
Yes. She's Lucette, 1 year and a half.
A year and a half.
Yeah. And she's Joanna, 5 years old.
Okay.
And she's my wife.
Madam Lucien?
Yeah, I'm Lucien. I'm Pastor Lucien.
Okay. We would like to talk with you about your work with the churches, but we wanted very much to share your family with the people back home and let them see what cute kids, beautiful, beautiful children. Like your office. We've come over to the office from your home, and your office makes me feel right at home. I think you are preparing for a seminar and Bible school, and you have all of your books here for that. Seminar and Bible school, Christian education, and all sorts of government work. Your role here is quite different from what the pastors back home do. The pastors back home do not have the relationship with government that you do. So we'd like to take a little bit of time to explain some of that to the people who will be watching the video. Tell us a little bit about your responsibilities as far as infants are concerned. They are very often brought to the church for what purpose that relates to the government. Okay?
Okay. I perform wedding. This relates to the government because I'm assigned.
Okay.
The government ordering the persons who have a license in theology and who have sermon from the government to perform marriage.
Okay, so the couple who wants to be married may get the paperwork from the government, but it must be signed by a minister who is recognized and has a certificate from the government.
Exactly.
Okay, so only an ordained pastor who is also recognized by the government may sign marriage certificates.
Exactly.
Okay. One of the methods of proving your age, your birth, what have you, is the paper that a child receives at child dedication. Okay? It would be very much like what we call a birth certificate. Okay? So the couple has gotten married. They bring their they have a child, they bring their young child to you. What do you have to do for that baby?
Okay, I just pray for that baby according to the verse in Matthew 19, verse 14. And let the children come. Don't push them. And we pray for them. We dedicate them to Christ. And it's what the parents want.
Okay.
And after that, we register the certificate on our archive. And the government have an archive whereas the certificate too.
Okay.
But it's happened, the certificate got lost from the government, they can come to the church.
Okay, so it's like a double check.
Exactly.
Okay, so the government gets like a copy of the child dedication certificate.
Yes.
Okay, so that's two roles where the church and the government more or less work together here.
Exactly.
Okay.
The church.
You will have visited 16 churches. You have already visited about 13 of our churches.
Exactly.
And it's not the same as driving up to the front door, right? How do you get to some of these churches you go to visit?
Okay. Some of them I reach them by car, by Pajero. Others I walk to the mountains to go. Pajero cannot get.
That's right.
The mountains. Some of them we can reach them by horseback.
Okay.
But I prefer walk. For example, Gade. I prefer walk up to Gade.
Okay.
Because horse we can fall down.
Okay.
And
I know the first time I went up to one of the mountain churches, the horse absolutely walked out of the saddle. So I know I can sympathize with what you're saying. Okay. So it involves a day that would begin about what time in the morning if you go to visit Laverne?
Laverne. If we go by Pajero, we leave the Pajero in Midway. We start at 6 o'clock. We can
in the morning.
In the morning. We can arrive at 10 or 11.
For the church service.
Yeah.
And finish the church service about
1 o'clock in the afternoon.
And come back, you would be back in Burrell about what time?
We will be back about 4 or 4:30 o'clock.
Okay, so one day's visitation might start at 6 in the morning, and the church service is roughly 3 hours long, and then you're back home about 4:30 in the afternoon. Okay. Okay, so in going to Laverne and leaving at 6 o'clock in the morning, you drive about an hour and a half in the Pajero. You park it, I remember just about where you park it, but you park it and then you walk for about an hour and a half, walk in the mountains. And walking in the mountains does not mean walking completely in the shade. Would that be correct? It's a nice, sunshiny, warm, but it's beautiful. It really is a beautiful, beautiful area. Okay, and then after the service, you walk about an hour and a half back down to the Pajero, get in the Pajero and drive for about another hour and a half. The Pajero that we were talking about, we both mentioned about, you go in the Pajero. In some ways, it's like a Jeep, but fortunately, it's much nicer to ride in than a Jeep. It has four-wheel drive, and it is purchased for the purpose of going on the back roads here in the country in Haiti. A couple of us have joked about we ought to have the people who like to go over the Baja in California come down here and go over some of these roads, because you really bounce and jounce and go through the back country to get. Tell us about the choir, when they practice, and your work with them.
Okay. We have a choir. Sometimes we have good rehearsal. In the morning.
When in the morning?
In the beginning we have rehearsal Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Now we have 2 rehearsals a week. It's Monday and Friday.
At what time?
at 5 o'clock in the morning.
5 o'clock in the morning. You got that?
It's difficult, but we try. Because they like the choir. They try to get up in the morning. Sometimes when they come, they sleep on the bench when we practice with bass and the soprano sing. And we practice with soprano, alto, and bass sleep.
Right. It is very early, but it really is a good start to those days.
Yeah.
And the choir, the music, and again, we talked a little bit about the children's choir and how you get the music for them. How do you get the music for the adult choir?
I bought some music, some books. For example, I have those books I bought.
Okay, so all the music you have for them is in Creole or French?
We have in French, Creole, and English.
And what happens when you get some that's in English?
We translate songs in English. But after I translate song in English, I go to the choir and write the song on the blackboard, and everybody write in the notebooks the songs, and they practice, they memorize the songs, every part memorize, and after we mix the voice, we mix the voice and we have the choir.
And it is beautiful. It really is beautiful to hear.
Yeah.
But they each... Well, we appreciate the work that you do, and we hope that this gives...
Joseph, who's working with us at Project Help as school administrator for our primary schools. He's responsible for seeing to the administration of the school, and he's just turned in his...
School Bon Samaritan. Students are arriving for school. Gay here. People standing around. People selling wares. Things that students might need in school. Perhaps lunch. Or breakfast. Coming from both directions. Typical, very, very typical day here. Okay, we're going to go in the schoolyard now and see the opening of school here at École Bon Samaritan. Now we're inside the schoolyard. The students are arriving, getting prepared for the opening of class. Some are curious what I'm doing. Some are getting lined up. getting ready with a flag. Okay, now we'll back up so you can get the full picture here. Candy and treats and things like that. Still more coming in the gate. I'm going to pan through this fast because I don't know how the sun will affect it, taking just about into the sun. Okay. I guess that's it.
Jean-Esther. Joseph Tanaka. Joseph Ibnet. Joseph Krishni. Joseph Louis-Edouard. Louis Emmanuel. Area now. During the daytime when people are actually working, give you an idea. Men here working on a motorcycle. There are actually 3 shops that are in use right now. A welding shop, which I'm showing you right now, where they do welding and repairs on things that require welding. Next to the welding shop, just through that door there. This is the forging area, just over from the welding shop. On the floor here is a big iron gate that will be installed in front of somebody's house. Give you a look at what this looks like. This is in the wood shop and machine shop. We have a lathe here, bicycles, drill press. sewing machine, a bandsaw right here, joiner, table saws behind the post, and a planer here where they plane wood for people that want plane. Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The one Nennis uses.
Yeah, Nennis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is a motor that runs a pump that gives pressure to the hose for washing vehicles.
Yeah.
Another helper here in the shop. He's watching McGuffey clean the motor. He's the one that usually does washing of the machines, and he goes along quite often to port, knows his way around porting. Okay, repairing tire.
Oui.
We have a patch on it.
Oui.
It's a hot patch.
Yeah.
It still needs to be heated.
Yeah.
They have it clamped down under a piston.
Yeah.
And they're going to
put some gas, fuel.
Put a little fuel in the
Yeah.
piston. The piston is inverted. It's upside down.
Yeah.
Put a little fuel in there. Heat it up.
Uh-huh. And put some mat, element.
Not very good this time. I don't know. Don't burn yourself, Nennis.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long do you let that burn?
About 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Well.
Is the time, the amount of time, the important part? So that it sets up?
Yeah. I'm
not going to run this for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Hot patch, how does that compare with just a cement patch?
Yeah, it's a hot patch is better because when you drive in the road, when the road is hot, you know.
And you're going fast, huh?
Yeah, when you're going fast, and sometimes the cement pipe left. If you use a hot patch, it's better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It never go up.
You'll stay on solid, just like a tire then.
Yeah, yeah.
He's taking that thing off. Yeah. Unclamp.
Yeah, that's better. Put some water, make it cold. Yeah.
Every year for a number of years we've been buying baby chickens. They're about a day old, and they come from the United States. They have high quality backgrounds and good bloodlines. And we bring them out here to raise them for about 1 month. After about 1 month, they're big enough to fend for themselves, and we sell them out in the community for exactly the same cost we have investing in them. This year we have about 1,000 birds in this group. We have 2,000 coming in a couple of weeks. Last year we bought about 6,000 birds and distributed them. This particular variety is really good for meat. People raise them by just letting them run around, give them a couple handouts once in a while. After they are about 6 months old, they weigh about 5 or 6 pounds. And at that time, after they're about 5 or 6 pounds, it's around Christmas time, and people will sell them in the local market. They'll get about between $6 and $8 this past year for each bird. We'll sell them for approximately 70 cents each. And after 6 months,
brooder houses here. They have a light under them. Here come the chicks. I'm going to come down low. Being
placed here under the light to get them warm. It was a hot day out. We couldn't leave them in the truck or in the car and let it get too hot, so we ran it with the air conditioning on, but as a result they probably got a little bit cool. It seems like most of them are in reasonable condition.
There's one that ain't gonna make it. John?
Yes? Yes? I have.
But none of them have been dead so far.
Chicks are just about a day old.
The dead one.
Is that getting your what?
Little pen here. We have approximately 1,000 chickens.
They usually throw a couple extra in. I don't know how many they might have put in.
Okay, a few extras perhaps. And they're under 4 lights. They will move in and out of the light as their bodies need warmth. Get a little closer. Look here at them. Just racing around here. Some of them seem quite frisky.
And these young chickens have been sold to these people, and they're being distributed now. Some people will feed them, others will just let them forage, and these chickens should be ready for eating. They're an eating bird, not layers, but they will be ready to eat around Christmas time. But they're sold in pairs, a male and a female. On top of the car is Pastor Francino. He has a list of who gets what.
Non, ton mettre au vini. Et ma prendre un prêt dans l'école là. Non, allez. C'est pour qu'on ait demandé c'est si t'as vini là. Pour qui ça va un bon problème? Ok, bah maintenant des 6 et 3 avec moi. Non. Tu vas avec moi d'accord? Prends à Ogilis. Ben oui, ça vient pour. Par rapport prends à Ogilis. Prends des stèles, 3 packs.
Looks like just 4 chickens left.
Madame, c'est un agréé, mais on paie, c'est fini. C'est comme ça, nous t'ai fait tout bagaille dans l'ordre, merci. Ok, non, c'est pas inscrit,
The chickens are all gone now. People have their chickens.
Non, ça c'est pour cette année.
We'll be heading back.
Non, Madame Océan, prévoyant.
Here we are at Tajet. The man here is climbing a steep grade to come up. We are planting trees on the hills here. This is a steep grade. We're planting trees on these hills here to help hold some of the soil down. see what it's like here. I'm going to just turn around so you can see what this hill is like that we're on. The man over here is putting trees in. And he just has to hold on the best he can so he won't fall off. Children here are carrying boxes of trees across the hill. The hill goes up. My guess is that the incline is more than 45 degrees, probably at some places over a 60-degree angle. And they're planning to try and hold the soil down here. And get the horizon out there, and you can see how this hill goes up. Some places it really goes down steep. And they're planting trees on the hill to try and hold some of the soil up here and maybe put some gardens here if we can get a terrace, but they want trees to block it and trap it first. It's really beautiful here at Tajet. Okay, here's our group planting trees now. See? They're on a lot more level stretch of land now. It's I'm sure it's easier for them. We tried planting on up where it was really steep to hold the soil there, but it was really difficult. I got angry because I didn't think we had enough help. Now they have a number of people there, probably about 10 people. Earlier when we started, we only had 2 or 3. So maybe we'll get these trees planted yet. I was really discouraged that we didn't have more help. And yet, I'm sure these villagers have other things to do than to go out and plant trees. The guy standing, he's probably just about level with his foot up and 1 foot up and 1 foot down. Here they're back on a real steep terrain again. It seems to me that they are just wandering along the side of this hill and sticking trees in as they go. Frere Francino down there, he is a teacher, a preacher. He has been one to start work. I'm taking down about I think about a 60-degree incline. He's directly below me. I could easily roll the whole way down very fast. Here, he's making a hole here. Ça bon. Okay. Now he's gonna put a tree in there. Sticks. Les bons? Les plantés? Okay. It's planted, he says. Yes. Another one into a hole here. So, okay. After we planted the trees, we had some left over. So we distribute them according to how these people have worked. The ones that were there for a half a day got 5 or 6 trees, and those that worked a whole day got about 10 trees. And they can plant those trees where they want to. Some of them really worked hard. Some of the children carried trees several miles, boxes of trees, just to get them here. They really worked hard.
Inside of the clinic, looking out toward the waiting area. These are the people waiting to be seen. This is a view from the outside. It's a little hard with the lighting. I hope it's all coming. The people come quite early in the morning, and they wait to be seen. Some of these people were here before 6 in the morning, and then they wait. They're given what they call rendezvous slips. And he's preaching to the people as they wait in the waiting room to be seen. They usually have services of devotion at 6:30 in the morning and then at 10 in the morning. He's walking back and forth because there's 2 rooms full of people that he's preaching to at the same time. It's called a consultation room. Consultation room 1. We have 3 like this. The patient comes in and is interviewed by the doctor. If it's an American doctor, they have an interpreter that helps them with that. And then examined. And at that point, given a prescription, which they would take to the pharmacy, or for an injection or lab work. This is the peaky room, which is called the injection room. And this lady is the one who gives the injections. And this is the autoclave machine in the clinic. Crude methods by our standards, but very effective for this area. Rate of infection is very low. Is what we call our surgical room. It is equipped as a small operating room to take care of minor surgeries. You can give some anesthesia here and do some suturing and things like that. This room is air conditioned. This is Dr. Joseph, our doctor in the clinic. He is here each day of the week and examines patients. Usually takes care of the more difficult cases that the nurses are not able to handle, as well as other caseloads. We just listen as he interviews his patient. Dr. Joseph, could you turn around and just answer about 2 questions for me, please? Okay. How long have you been with Project Help?
5 years.
Okay.
This year will make 6 years.
Okay. How many patients do you see a week in the clinic?
Oh, let's say 5. How many patients we see?
Yes,
Yeah, what is it? About 600 minimum.
You see yourself a day usually.
A day?
Yes.
About 60.
60. So you're kept very, very busy. Okay, thank you, doctor. I know you're busy and I won't keep you any longer. This is Gerlin, our head nurse of the clinic, and she is interviewing and examining a small patient. We'll just kind of eavesdrop in on her here. Hello, Gearlyn.
Hi.
I just thought I'd ask you a couple questions. How long have you been affiliated with Project HELP?
Oh, may I speak Creole?
You can speak Creole and English if you'd like.
Okay, I'm affiliated with Project HELP since 12 years ago.
Okay.
And I'm working in the clinic 2 years.
2 years.
Uh-huh.
And you went to your schooling through Project HELP, did you not? Your nurses training, where did you have nurses training?
I have my nursing training in La Pointe.
Okay. And how many years did you have to train?
3 years.
3 years.
Uh-huh.
And then you've been with, graduated for how many years now?
Uh-huh.
How many years have you been back here working as a nurse then?
Oh, 2 years.
2 years. And you are basically the head nurse in charge of the clinic, is that correct? What is the title they give you?
Title? Nurse.
Yes, nurse, okay. But you are the supervisory nurse, are you not, here at the clinic? You're the, in the United States we call it head nurse.
Okay.
Is that, would that be the title here?
Yes.
Okay, okay.
That's all right. She got virus. You know? Virus?
Oh yes, virus, right?
Some of the people, or most of the people, are probably not yet up. But the roosters are doing their job to get everybody up. And it probably won't be too long till school will be opening, and it'll be a real busy place here. And the roosters seem to crow almost all night long, but after you hear about 2 or 3 days, you get used to it and you can sleep right on through. We're down here at the shop area. I'll give you an idea of what this looks like here. In these buildings here is housed a wood shop, a forging area, and a welding area. Place where they can pull cars in here to work on them. And then to the right of that building we have what we call our chicken coop service, a garage or storage area. And in the back part of that building we have a number of chickens that supply us with eggs and supply some of the other areas with eggs. It can be bought and sold here for about 10 cents a piece.
Opportunity to be together, to study, to learn the language of Creole, so that we can share your word with those who are here. We thank you for Joel, his willingness to teach us. Again, help us, each one, to have patience and to try to find the words we need to communicate our questions, our ideas.
Jésus, sais-tu béguer pour moi la paix, la joie, la vie. C'est lui qui passe mon tous les jours, mon temps tombé sali. L'aime sans nuit, c'est lui marcher. Simpatia sama t'appelle, l'aime sensible, diffère moins que l'imram. Mimi là, regardez Mimi là, là-bas. Grip, Mimi qui grip. Grip Mimi sous tête sourit là. The claws of Mimi on the head of a mouse hair. And Mimi grabs a mouse hair. Mimi mange sourit là. Mimi eats the mouse hair. Baby content avec Mimi. The baby is happy with Mimi. I think the baby's...
La glissée, la loi glissée. Pas fait la loi, non fait la. Kai. I think Babu is mud. Oh, is it? Babu is mud, okay. Mud makes you dirty? Oh, slippery.
Slipping the picture,
all right.
guys.
Okay, well, I thought he was picking up his foot and looking at the mud. Okay.
You want to zoom in on the picture here?
Yeah, there you go.
This is Mimi, Labu Aglise. That means
That's
the mud is...
Toma.
This is really exciting. We got a little boy playing with a dog under the table.
Okay, now I get to tell you about Labu.
Okay, go ahead.
Labu is mud. Labu alaba means mud. There's mud. Mud's over there. Okay. Horses slip.
Donkey.
Oh, that's right. The donkey slips on the plank. The donkey sits on the floor.
Yeah.
We're going to do the jumping.
Okay, school's ready to begin. February 15th, 1989.
Allegiance to the Christian flag and Savior, crucified, risen, and coming again, with life and liberty to all who believe.
Nathan, what are you doing? That's just it. Okay. Okay. Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. Little ones to him belong. They are weak, but he is strong. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me.
What number are you starting on?
25.
Oh, back up the page. You stop. Start at number 19. From 19 to 30. Supposed to have somebody to lift you up when you started.
Okay, let's go. But I hang there and I can't.
But you can get your dad to lift you up to get you started. Have him lift you up so that your chin is up above. And then go down and go back up.
Any other thing you could do? What? Thursday?
Tomorrow.
Is that? The light stuff, please.
Wait, oh,
Damn.
It would be nice if you
glasses, there's malted milk, there's tomato, cheese, ham, and scrambled eggs. A little toast on the table. Here we are at Jacmel Beach. It's beautiful here. You can go out a good 100 yards without being over your head. And if you got some nice waves, you can ride the waves. It's really nice here. Jacmel Beach in the southern part of Haiti. That's how they come down the slide. Can you swim, Lois? Can you swim? You can't? You can't swim. Okay. How was it? A little bit of relaxation and a fun time here for our staff from Project Help.
A difference Christ is going to be exalted through it either way. I think we've all known some saints of the Lord. As a pastor, I've often said my views have been misunderstood. But I said, I would rather by far conduct a funeral for one of God's saints than many of the weddings that I do, which seem to be so ostentatious and so self-centered and so little spiritual reality in them. But to be with one of God's people when they die, and to allow that passing to be a reason to this deliverance back here at the 19. We dare not underestimate the effect of our praying with God's people. God is not dependent on our praying, but He chooses to work in such a way that He wants us to unite our hearts and our spirits with Him.
I have to remove all this tin and get the new tin on. Hopefully I'll get this part done today. They're doing it in portions because of the rain that has been starting to come mostly every afternoon or evening. The house in the picture now is the house that Sherrars are living in, and the one that we had stayed in while living in Pierre Pan for a few months. Very nice house. This is the little shop area in Pierre Pan. This is where the generator, which you can hear running, is housed, as well as a small little workshop. And as I said before, the doctor's house. A little trailer that years ago was used for a schoolroom for the kids, now used for storage. the back of the clinic and the storage room to the clinic also. And again, the Soror house. House number 3 is one of the missionary homes, currently not occupied, used more for dormitory space. Home where the babes are staying. This is their home. The door to the end is the door to the office. Their front door, and then their depot area where the washer is housed. And this is the roof that the men are working on today. Pierre Payan is a smaller compound, and it's right along the main road, so there's a lot of traffic that does go up and down this road.
He couldn't eat supper until he got his hair cut. You can really get the dentist to tell him about it. You notice my shears are sewing scissors.
Don't make me laugh too hard. The picture jiggles.
On the first day of the week, they came to the tomb when the sun had risen. And they were saying to one another, "Who will roll away the stone for us from the entrance of the tomb?" And looking up, they saw that the stone had been rolled away, although it was extremely large. For Jesus the Nazarene, who has been crucified, he has risen.
They called him Jesus. He came to love, heal and forgive. He lived and died to buy my pardon.
Is it okay, or is it?
Okay.
You have 3.
I only have 2. No, 3.
Billy found another.
I gave Billy one of mine. So.
Now you're going past him.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lois. Happy birthday to you.
There's too much wind back that way somewhere. Okay.
Okay.
No,
No, you can't do that,
it's her
Lois. That's
time.
right, baby.
Do you want to come help?
Yeah, I do.
Come, baby.
Up,
1, 2,
baby.
3, blow.
And in distance, not too far away, you can hear the sounds of the drums. These drums are voodoo drums. These drums are the drums of the devil, of Satan. And for people who come here, often they can hear these drums all night long. These people need your prayers. And we as missionaries here need your prayers too, as we try and witness to these Haitian people.
Whatever we're doing, if we begin our project with the wrong expectations, almost invariably we're going to be disappointed. So I think that as we're here, we can see some of the things that the pilgrims must have expected as well when they left England. They had expectations of what they would find, what they would see, what they would do. Some of their expectations were really very obvious and very simple. One of them obviously was the
religious freedom they sought. They came looking for and expecting to find religious freedom. They also
Starting to get nice and cool.
Yeah, and you see, we were here when I was doing things.
Yeah.
Here, lay down, relax. Lay down, relax. Just relax.
Whoa! Now we're getting tricky. Just don't get your feet in the spokes there, or that will be disastrous. I think Mom would be upset if she saw.
Thank you for your patience, Chris. The only one who didn't sit there stammering it. Well, I think that you didn't either, did you? Well, you didn't either, did you, Becky? Somebody else over here is making lots of noise.
People will be opening their presents today. What's in the packages? Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Santa Claus was here early.
Look at all the presents.
It's the 17th and already it's time for Christmas. Yeah, this is just evening. Here the sun's going down right across the tops of the garage here. It's just beautiful.
Sunday and Wednesday, I've stained it with many a tear. I've given you years of my service. I've always given my best, and I've never asked you for anything much. So Lord, I deserve this request. I don't think I've got what it takes. I'm just a man, I'm not a Tarzan. So like lions, gorillas, or snakes, I'll serve you here in suburbia in my comfortable middle class life. But please don't send me out into the bush where the natives are restless. I want to get this way. So you want to hold that way.
Yeah, put the big guts in the cup.
Well, I'm going to do the questing now. I'm the one doing the cut.
Get below the cup. Get below the cup.
You want to take the coupler off on the front.
Put your inch above the cup in there. Whichever wants to turn can turn.
Yeah. If one turns, the other one turns, doesn't much matter.
Wait a second here.
That's no, it's just that was just in there.
So it just came apart, is that all
Yeah,
it
but
did?
you're no, there's nothing in there.
The cup for the well came apart. Was it just old or?
Just broken.
Every day don't drop that or like cancer.
Oh, well, you're not getting the person doing the real work. This is the person doing the real work here.
Baloney.
Salut!
Salut.
Salut! Hello, Susan! Happy birthday, dear. This is February 16th, no matter what it says
I
on
gotta
that.
hold it right there.
Okay. Good shot.
You're going that way. I want on that way. Right here.
Okay, it's fixed. It works good.
Pastor, is this yours?
Yeah, it's ours.
That's ours.
Our missionaries who is down here working. Everett is a registered nurse anesthetist who has been helping in the clinic each day. Okay, Everett. Hate to interrupt you, but could you just tell me a little bit about how you work and introduce us to your interpreter and how he helps you?
This is Evans Noel. He is Geraldine's brother. He's my interpreter. And he interprets for American doctors when they come.
Evans, you worked with me when I was in the clinic here too a little bit, yeah.
And our vision here was hit football injury 8 days ago.
Yeah, well, when he has it. Okay, there, take. You can snap one of those.
Just a minute, I'll put some up on top.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Okay, do you want to take one of that, Francis? Okay. Waiting for a picture here. Okay, is it going? Was there a flash on that? Here. I'm coming in.
Do you have sound on?
Yes, sound's on.
On mine. So we got Fiat. We came up for the service today. We brought fuel block up, a lava block carried up by hand.
Just about.
That is a very steep hill going up there. You got yours in four-wheel drive, John? Spin this tires.
I didn't want to cut you guys short. I really told her 11 o'clock, so.
Here it is, lunchtime on the job. Dennis, what are you eating?
Rice and beef.
Rice and beans. Okay. It tastes okay?
Very good.
Okay.
One day, everybody in the whole
big lots. So she really piled in the water. Then, that pile in the next container there's that one over out there.
Just a little bit after 10 o'clock. The trusses were put together earlier this morning, and the first one's up.
All right, we'll lift it up for you. Okay, now.
Putting the trusses up here.
What we want to do on a 16-footer
right around here in the back. That's
for 4-foot. Now we need a 16-foot tubicle core cut exactly 16 foot. Trim the end off. You'll have to trim it. A couple of them can get a truss ready, Bob. Yeah. Hey, let's get a truss ready. One got cut. You need truss. Come on. Maybe. Just volunteer. Hey, hold of her.
And nail it down. This has been a really good day at Piat here. People have been nice to us. We had our lunch and our supper here. There's still another angle of them working on the roof at Piat. A little further away. I'm going to zoom out here. Let you see this area. It's really, really in the mountains. It's beautiful here. Back under our water tank.
Quite overlaps the front, don't help nothing.
You can't turn it in that far. You can do nothing.
Oh, you'll turn it in.
That seems awful tight. Right here. Here's a wrench. That doesn't look cross-threaded to you, does it? That's good.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I want to take the handles in the shop, but you just turn it. Where's that new valve?
Together.
The ball.
Yeah. I should put tape on there.
Yeah?
That's cool. That's about $45 a piece.
$45. Where's the import?
Yeah.
Well, it's up, Bob.
Yeah, I hate
I think Metalex.
And Kay's going to tell us what we're doing here.
Every Monday morning, around 6 o'clock in the morning, we meet as a missionary family to discuss the week's activities and to have a time of prayer and devotions. This helps us get our week started and puts us on the right foot as far as communications with each other and with our Lord.
Okay.
Eternal God, our Heavenly Father, how great thou art. We thank you for the privilege of prayer and for the power of prayer. Lord, thou hast heard the needs for the work here in Haiti this morning. We know, God, that thou art able to do that which to us seems impossible.
So we just pray that you would minister to all